Hey folks, Len the Pixel Pusher here. I was thinking of just really showing an update to an old video that I did on lighting. If you remember, or if you actually watched the video, I did a video on lighting that had to do with this image. And just really showing you how I created the light source for this isometric image. How I made that, how I kind of did this one. Today I'm going to show you more in-depth ways of making, more dynamic lighting. Like this is cool and everything, right? But it's all one giant thing. And what if I wanted to change like the floor lighting other than the wall lighting? The floor might be darker or might be a different color, so that might change the light that's reflected on it, whatever. So yeah, so this is kind of a sample of what I'm kind of talking about. Here is I did a wall layer and I did a floor layer. So here's the wall layer. I'm going to make these normal for right now. I'll get into using the blending effects in a little bit. So you'll see, like I have a wall layer and I have a floor layer that are completely two different colors. And then when I make them color dodge, they seem to play out real well with what's behind it. So there you go there. And here's another one. I can show you another example. Normal, normal. So yeah, there you go. There's that too. All right, so I'm going to show you how to make these. I think it's pretty easy. It's not too crazy. Here's the ones that I've done. You notice that it'll have a floor layer and a wall layer. And here's all my other ones that I did. And all of it started out with making this. And really all this is just a square that I aligned to my grid that I made. In another video, I show you how to make the grid. You can check that out. I'll probably put that in the comment or in the description below. So, all right, let's show you how to take out sections to make like a broad lighting, kind of like I did here. You'll notice that I did like a lot of just erasing in different sweeps to really kind of get that. I'm going to do that here for you. I'm probably not going to do it real well, so I'll give you like, the cooking show version. Well, I'll start doing it, and then we'll have this one already made over here. Just a tip too for the future, if you want to like keep everything kind of consistent in your game, I would make one and stick with that for like one or two, depending on how high you want. You'll notice like this one over here is a lot smaller. That's just in case if I want the light to be smaller and more down or like lower to the ground. This one is my usual one that I have, like that sticks out of places like you saw in this image. All right, so we'll get on to doing this here. Let's do now my eraser tool is going to be usually what I like doing first. I'll show you this, just so I don't go out of order. All right, and I'll use some weird color so you can see what I'm doing here. Now I'm going to use my paint tool, my brush tool, and use my custom one. Make sure I'm on dissolve. And I'll just do something like this. Now I know this looks screwed up now, but trust me, it'll be awesome. So I'm going to do this and just really make sure that I have an arc over the wall. This might be a little piss poor, but it'll have to do for demonstration's sake. Okay, and I'm going to select that and delete it. And there you go. There's the start of it. Now, what I'll do is I'll hit my eraser tool, beef this up a little bit. And I'll turn my opacity down to around 30%. That's the percentage I'm pretty comfortable with. Anything less or anything more, you might get too much of a difference between your fades. Or not enough, depending on how low you set it to. So here you go. I'm just really kind of taking parts of this out. Now 30 might be too much that I'm thinking here. So you can see that I already kind of messed that up a little. So we can go to, let's try 36. 36? That might be too much. Let's go to 27. Let's just see what happens. Okay, that's a little better. It's a little better. And like I said, you might not like the real looks of this right now, but if you really refine your methods and how you want to sculpt this thing, you can make really cool ones. I'm really just holding down my button the entire time while I'm just kind of going around making these fades, right? Nothing too complex. All right, and there's that one. I could also do the floor for you, but I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory, right? You pretty much do the exact same thing I did with the wall. I'll show it to you. We'll do, you have to kind of line up your stuff too. So let's put this back on our grid. Okay. And I will paint around it. There you go. And I'm probably not going to get the arc that I want on this one. That's okay. We can make it work. And then, of course, magic wand it all and erase it. And this might lean a little too far down here, depending on what you're doing. Okay, and then we're just going to go like that around the inside. There you have it. So we're going to move on to doing the actual light source, which is really just, a pixelized lamp. Let me turn this off real quick just to show you. It's just the lamp itself. It doesn't have anything to it. Let's turn this back on. And then this light shiver here, this is really just white. And I just put it under that lamp. Yeah, it isn't pixel art. It is a pixel because you aren't using pixels. Well, hey, I'm using pixels, so fight me. All right, so you have the outer glow of this. I think I showed this in an earlier video where you can make a glowing effect based on how you want things to look. Now, usually I don't do this in my template thing. I'll probably take this whole thing. Here, I'll show you as an example. I'll take this and this. this and my large one. That's this one that I already made, and I'm going to move it to somewhere. Ideally, I would take that same one and move it right to here, and then adjust the colors accordingly. But what I really wanted to show you was how to adjust the glow so you can make it the way you want. You can do a color overlay if you just do it in some random color, or if you want some kind of like, you know, different, a darker green effect to it, let's say, something like that. I don't know. Outer glow, so you can adjust the size of it. I usually like it pretty bright as to go along with my big bright wall lighting that I just made. And of course you use the color dodge, because if you use anything else it'll look like that. Like I've said in other videos, I like the color dodge effect. I think it really adds a lot of really unique naturalness to the lighting that you're laying down here. And you can make the you know, the different glowing effects more diverse as you go through and make, like, you know, lights or whatever. I have street lights that are like this, and this is just a ground layer. It's not a wall and a ground layer. So if I just hit this and I go to normal, you'll see that it's all just one piece. I didn't make a wall and a floor for this, and then I just cut these out to have shadow. That's also a really cool effect you can do. But yeah, still using the color dodge there. With this one, I think what I did was I bent it around. So I used the wall layer, and then you'll see that I bent this, and it kind of turned all liney on me. But that's okay. It still looks cool. And then, of course, you know, there's the floor layer of this, which is another color completely. Really, there you have it. Doesn't take too much to make that lighting effect. If you want to do something like shapely or something like that, or you'll see that I have different shaped ones here. Like I'll make a regular wall spot, and maybe not even use a ground effect, or use a small ground effect like that one. You'll see I have smaller ones like this one, or I have, like, if you have like a wall lamp, you can use these two kind of thing on, or if you just have one with a sharp edge to the light where it kind of covers it, and so it only shines down. I made one for those. So here's the big one I was telling you about for the street light that I use for everything now, because that one, I really like that one the best. This is a smaller one. Let me I'll normalize this one for you. So yeah, there's my normal one. And these are all the lighting effects that I did. That pretty much winds up my video. I didn't really have too much to go over in this one, since I kind of did a lot of this in the older video I was telling you about. So that's about it, guys. Here's some more examples, just of stuff that I did. Oh, you know what? I should tell you guys about one thing. I did I cut out some. So if you have protrusions from walls, like this one does, with the mailbox here, your bottom light will have to be edit it a bit. So you'll see here that I made it a little darker, or I cut some pixels out, and it seemed to match up correctly there. Sometimes you'll have to do that, sometimes you won't. Like right here, you'll see that I didn't do it. I didn't cut out for this door. So what I can do is that you'll see that it's just a little lighter. And what I can do is I can just take that bottom part and darken it up a bit until it matches. There you go. That's that. Also, it's kind of cool if you want like different colored ones too. Like I know I got a blue hue here and a green glow here. You can mix it up. Here's a wall light that I did using the circular one over here. Use the circular one, and I made that. Although I did turn this one a little bit, but you can turn them, make it, you know, look right the way you want. You can even, like I said, if you wanted to cut some of this out for shadow purposes, you can do that too. And there you go. All right, everybody. This has been the Pixel Pusher, and I hope you got something out of this video. Like I said, I'm gonna put some links in the description to show you, you know, what tactics that I used in other videos that will help you in this one. If I missed something, if you feel like a little confused by some of the stuff that I did, just put something in the comment section and I'll get back to you. All right? Cool. Take care, folks.